Hello everyone, welcome back to Pharma E-Class. I am Priya Maurya from Assistant Professor from Smriti College of Pharmaceutical Education, Indore. So in continuation with our previous lecture in which we have discussed about the total quality management, apart from that methodologies used for the total quality management, in which we introduced the Six Sigma concept, what is the history behind the Six Sigma concept or Six Sigma practice. Apart from that, what are the various objectives or why we have to use the Six Sigma concept. Apart from that, if we talk about the level of Six Sigma. So if we talk about the level of Six Sigma, so as you can see here, these are the various levels of Six Sigma from -6 to +6. These are the various levels of Six Sigma whenever we want to achieve the total quality management. So this is the specification value of for particularly various levels. So if we talk about the sixth level, at that particular level the accuracy is 99.9997%. If we talk about level 5, so at this particular the accuracy level is 99.98%. At level 4 the accuracy level is 99.4%. At level 3.5 the accuracy level will be 97.7%. At level 3 the percent accuracy will be 93.3%. At the lower level, that is level 2, at this particular the percent accuracy will be 69.1%, which is not good for the pharmaceutical manufacturing. Apart from that, if we talk about the perfection, when we talk any formulation or any product or a process, we call as a good. So at particularly level 3.5 we can say the quality of the product is good. That means here only 2.3% defective products will be produced during the whole manufacturing process. Above this, the perfection level may be attained at particularly level 6, where the the rate of defect is less than 0.001%. After this, if we talk about the below after 3.5, so here the accuracy level will be decreasing and you need to improve your product's quality. So this is about the Six Sigma practice or level. What are the various levels of Six Sigma? After with taking this data, if we talk about the curve of Six Sigma concept, so as you can see here, the Six Sigma curve lies between from -6 to +6 here. For example, if we talk about any pharmaceutical product in which the drug content is 100 mg, so for that particular we have to decide lower specification limit and upper specification limit. So for so if we take in this particular case, so we have decided the if the drug content of a tablet is 100 mg, so the lower specification value is 95 and the upper specification value will be 105. When the mean of these two lies at that particular point where the perfect quality is achieved, that is the 99.99% defect free product. So at this particular point where it is -6 and where it is +6, that means you have given the lower specification and upper specification, so the product lies between these two, and when this particular Six Sigma concept applied to your process or your product, then you will get the desired quality product. So this is about the Six Sigma practice or the specification range for the Six Sigma graph. Apart from that, if we talk about the methodologies used to achieve the Six Sigma. So Six Sigma projects follow two basic methodologies, that is DMAIC and DMADV. So if we first talk about DMAIC, so DMAIC is used for the projects aimed to improving an existing business process. That means DMAIC, here IC is different from that particular. So DMAIC is used for the projects which is previously existing in the manufacturing at any particular company. So here I stands for improvement of quality and C stand for control of quality. So this is basically, you have to remember it, DMAIC stand for the previously existing product, and DMADV, here D is the design of new product and V is the verification of quality. So DMADV, basically this design is used for the projects aimed at creating a new product or process design. So this is the basic difference between DMAIC and DMADV. Let's discuss one by one. So first one is DMAIC. So in DMAIC, we have to define, measure, analyze and improve and ultimately to control the quality. So first one is define. So we have to define the system, the voice of the customers and their requirements and the project goals specifically. So this is about define. After that, we have to measure the key aspect of the current process and collect the relevant data associated with that particular process. The third one is we have to analyze the data to investigate and verify the cause and effect relationship, that is cause and effect relationship, that determine what the relationships are and attempted to ensure that all the factors have been considered and seek out the root cause of the defect under investigation. So this is the analyze particular step at which we have to identify or analyze the cause of defect. After that, once we analyze the cause of defect, then we have to improve. So improve or optimize the current process based upon the data analysis using the techniques such as design of experiments, poke yoke or mistake proofing, etc. So these are set up pilot runs to establish the process capacity. That means ultimately whenever we analyze the root cause of the defect, ultimately we have to improve the existing quality of the product. The next one is control. So control the future stage process to ensure that any deviation from the target and which are corrected before they result in defects. That means as we always tell that prevention is better than cure, ultimately that particular condition is also applied here. So ultimately the defective product will form. Before that we have to control the defect cause and ultimately we have to improve the quality. After that, the second methodology is DMADV. In this particular, we have to define, measure, analyze, design and verify. So first define it is almost similar. In this particular, we have to define the design goals that are consistent with the customer demands that any enterprise's strategy. That means for as you know that DMADV is the strategy opt for the new developed or for the new development of the process or any project. So we have to define the customer demand or enterprising strategy for the particular marketing strategy. The second one is measure. So in this particular, we have to measure and identify the characteristics that are critical to the quality, product capabilities, production processes capability and various risk factor associated with that particular. So this is the measures. After that we have to analyze. So analyze to develop and design alternatives. Whenever we talk about any new design, so always we have to analyze if particular plan fails, so what are the next strategy to overcome that particular. So after analysis we have to design. When we analyze, then we have to design an improved alternative best suited per analysis in the previous step. So after the analysis we have to improve, and ultimately we have to design a process, or we can say a product. After this we have to verify. So we have to verify the design, set up pilot runs, improvement in the production process, and hand it over to the process owner. So this is all about DMA IC and DMA DV. So if we talk about implementation roles, so first one is executive leadership. We have to consider on championship, master black belts, etc. So this is about the Six Sigma practice concept behind this. What are the various levels of Six Sigma practice, and what are the specification limit or specification range in the Six Sigma. The one important part, that is what are the various, or what are the names of various software which are used in the Six Sigma. So these here I enlist some names of softwares which are generally employed in Six Sigma practice. So first one is MATLAB, Arena, Statistica, Microsoft Visio and JMP. These particular softwares are used by the industry for the quality improvement. Thank you.